Welcome to iMoto Online. Today we've got something very special. We've got two SUVs which are going to make a lot of families in South Africa very happy. If you're looking for an SUV, 7-seater, diesel, automatic, 4x4, something that's reliable with a good dealer network and also good extensive warranty, I don't think you're going to find anything better than these two. If you want to spend around 15,000 Rand per month, I'm going to tell you why the new Isuzu MUX and the much facelifted Fortuner GR are the perfect products for you. Let's just start with the design. Between the two vehicles, it's either you like it or you don't. On the MUX, they've recently facelifted the model with new lighting design, a new grille, a very nice aerodynamic lower air dam in terms of the bumper design, and also overall it's smart, 20-inch on the side, a very nice LED lighting at the back. With the Fortuner, the GR, which has got a bit of a different design in terms of the bumper, this is more color-coded. Obviously the LED headlamps are now standard and it's bi-LED, similar to the MUX. It's got 18-inch wheels, which are black on the GR, at that sporty design. Now if you go to the interior, that's where you see the MUX, which is a newer car, newer design, is starting to show that it is a bit ahead in terms of how it looks, the layout and the functionality. The Fortuner, remember, has been around for quite some time, and so you start to see its age if you look at the inside. For an example, if you look at the MUX, instrument cluster is digital, the infotainment screen is much more easily accessible, the buttons that control the climate control are easily accessible and easy to operate. The seats, leather seats on both sides, electric seats as well. But on the MUX you have more space. But again, there's one thing which I really think the MUX outscores the Fortuner. If you look at the back, where the seats on the Fortuner, the 7th seat, go on the side, the MUX, they fold flat, which allows you to load more stuff if you're gonna fold all seats. So there's more carrying capacity on the MUX. It's longer, it's a bit wider, so there's more space here. The Fortuner is compromised by the arrangement of the third row of seats, which, you know, normally they're on the side, but if you're using it, obviously you need to fold them back. But here, you also got the luggage cover, so if you're going to carry a lot of stuff, it's easy to put all your stuff there and put the lid and cover that. The Fortuner doesn't have the luggage cover because of the setup. Hence, I say this is more user-friendly. But again, on both models, there's no wireless charging, which I think is a bit of a challenge because, you know, right now, smartphones, you know, it's a bit of a trend. Wireless Android Auto and CarPlay on both models, which makes it much more functional as well. But in terms of the interior layout, I'll give it to the MUX. The Fortuner, yeah, we can't wait for the new one because that's where things really start to get to, I think, more interesting. Now let's get to the driving in terms of which one drives better. The MUX comes with a 3-liter 4-cylinder turbocharged diesel, credited with 140 kilowatts and 415 Newton meters. Both figures are lower than the Fortuner, which has 165 kilowatts and 550 Newton meters. While this model doesn't have drive modes, the gearbox is smooth and changes gears quite nicely. It's a 4x4, the one that we're testing, which means usually you can drive on 2 high, but you can also put 4 high, and also if you want serious off-roading, it also has low range. Diff lock is standard at the rear, which just adds a bit more dynamic when you're doing serious off-roading. One of the things that I don't like about the engine is it is a bit noisy when you are pushing it, but the gearbox, because it changes gears quite nicely, can sort of try and alleviate that. On the road, when you're driving, it is very smooth. The ride comfort is quite nice. I would say this is a good model in terms of a person who does long distance driving, and also fuel efficiency, it's quite good. We're averaging about 9 liters per 100 kilometers, which is higher than the 7.6 claimed by Isuzu. You get close to 800 kilometers per tank, which is quite nice. One other thing which I really like about the MUX is its autonomous driving assistance systems are quite nice. It can brake itself if you're approaching a vehicle and you're not braking. Also, lane keep assist comes standard. One of the safety aspects which I like about the MUX it comes standard with autonomous driving assistance systems. It's got emergency braking for the front. It's got lane keep assist, which assists you in keeping to your lane. Also blind spot monitoring, also quite good. So reversing camera 360 degree. Also, if you're reversing and it senses an obstacle behind you, it can also brake itself automatically. Those are things which are sort of nice to have to avoid you getting into an accident. But if you are involved in an accident, it's got multi-airbags, knee airbags, side protection airbags. So quite nice and very extensive safety systems. Now let's go to the Fortuner and see if the extra power that they claim it has really does translate on the road. Now in the Fortuner. The Fortuner has a smaller engine at 2.8, but more power and more torque. But also, it gets that power and that torque lower down the rev range, which makes it easy to get to higher speeds. Funny enough, the Fortuner has got less towing capacity at 3,300 versus 3,500 on the MUX. But this, I would assume, makes it easy to tow because of the power. One other thing which I really like about the Fortuner is the refinement of the engine. The 2.8 is more refined in terms of driving, 155 kilowatts, 550 Newton meters, but also linked to a 6-speed automatic gearbox. It also has 4-wheel drive on this one, which means you can have 2 high for normal driving, you can have 4 high, and also you can have low range. Also has a diff lock, so off-road, serious off-roading is quite possible with these models. You can choose your mode. You've got a sport mode, if you want to push it. You've got eco mode if you want to save fuel, and also the normal mode. That really makes an impact when you're driving, especially if you want to overtake and you put it on sport. It makes it easy. Toyota has also upgraded the Fortuner to have automatic driving assistance systems, where you have blind spot monitoring, lane keep assist, and also emergency braking if you're approaching an obstacle and you're not braking, which is sort of a safety issue. Airbags, multitude of airbags as well. So it also has quite good safety rating as well. But the one key thing which you'll take from the Fortuner is the power delivery is much better. Also, the fact that you can change the modes makes it more tailor-made to whatever driving mode that you're on the day. The power is that much better.